Hello, this is a follow-up guide for my previous video where I showed you how to use my voice mod template. You did watch that, right? I'm going to assume that you did. Things I'm going to cover include, but are not limited to, renaming addressables, renaming and creating asset bundles, renaming and creating asset bundle groups, renaming JSON files, and finally, I will rush through making a brand new voice pack right in front of you so that you see the entire process from start to finish. I will not be explaining my actions during that section of the video, so pay very close attention to the rest of this video. Got it? Alright, let's get started. I think now's a good time to mention that what we're doing right now is we are renaming the mod from my voice mod to whatever your mod is named. You don't really have to rename the mod unless you plan on publishing. If it's just for personal use, you can leave the mod names as is. And by that, I mean you can leave it named My Voice Mod. The whole point of this video is to show you exactly how to rename male and female 1 through 5 to your own custom names. So, this video is primarily for people that want to publish. But, with the information that I'm about to give you, you could make as many voices as you could ever want. So it's also for people that want to make more than 5 voices. If you're not in either of those categories, then my last video should be sufficient for you. With that out of the way, let's continue. There are 5 different places where you have to rename things, and if you miss any of them, your mod will not work. Here is a quick overview of what needs to be renamed. From top to bottom, it is in the same order that we will rename them in the video, so it should be pretty easy to follow along. First, we have to rename the parent folder. For the sake of the example and consistency, everything will be renamed according to Halo. FYI, the parent folder is basically your mod's name. Also, do not forget to rename the character folder, because I did. Yeah. Now, select all of the addressables and go to Assets, Thunder Road Addressable Rename Wizard. Also, just as a little aside, between the tricks that I showed you in the last video and the ones that I'm going to show you, I've cut down my voice character building from over an hour to under 5 minutes. That is insane how much time I've wasted. I'm saving you a ton of time here. Don't waste your time like I did. Learn to use these tools. Or if you hate yourself, you can rename everything manually. Now, I only learned about this tool like an hour before making this video, and I really wish I found this sooner. What this tool does is it searches for a string of text in all of your selected addressables and then replaces it with this text. Right now, I have it set to replace my voice mod with Halo 2 voice mod. Make sure that your addressables are selected and then hit apply. And there you go. The text has been replaced. This can also be done across groups. In this example, since all of these are selected, everything would get renamed. Now I will run this again to replace my character with Master Chief. With all that done, rename the addressable group, and this portion of mod setup is complete. We have now renamed the folders and the addressables for one character. Now I'm going to explain what asset bundles and asset bundle groups are. Here's a ramshackle diagram to explain what exactly these things are. What the heck is an asset bundle? And what is a group of them? Well, I like to think of it as the asset bundles are your characters, and the asset bundle groups are groups of those characters that you are going to export as a mod. In this example, we have 3 voice characters, Shrek, Master Chief, and Benny, and we're going to group them under the name The Boys. Now for a little bit about audio containers. Audio containers contain all the sounds for the characters that you are going to make, and they are referenced by the game when it wants to play a certain kind of sound. So when your character gets hit, the game calls on a random audio clip from the hit audio container for that character. And in Unity, the addressables tell the game where this audio is. So it's very important that the addresses in Unity and the JSON files match for every single character. One thing about the addressable names is that they correspond to the folder structure of the mod. Let me show you. So here I pulled up a side-by-side of the folders, the addressable names, and the JSON file. If we take a closer look at the addressable names, you can see that they're named after the location of the audio containers. So, my voice mod being the mod name, human male being the voice gender, and male 1 being the character. And if you look on the right side, you can see that the addressables are named exactly the same way. Mod name, voice gender, and character name. The very same addressable name is also found in the JSON file for the character. Make sure they all match, or the game will go looking for your audio containers in a place that does not exist, which I believe would give you a null reference error. With that, we are ready to set up the asset bundles and asset bundle groups. Shift-click to select all of the audio folders. Now, select all of your audio containers and go to the inspector. All of the base template characters come with their own asset bundle already done. So all you gotta do is rename it. We are going to do this in the Asset Bundles window. And here's how you open that. And drag and drop to the bar for easy access. Here is the bundle, and I'm going to quickly rename this. And remember, this is the name by which you are going to identify the voice character in Unity. Make it something that you can easily identify. If you go back to the audio containers, you should find that the asset bundle name has updated. Remember what I said about asset bundle groups? Now we are going to take the asset bundles, aka your characters, and put them in a big group. I'm going to set up this asset bundle group with 3 characters. Here, you can see that I already have an asset bundle group named Master Chief, and the folder name is Halo 2 Voice Mod with Master Chief. This is the name of the folder that your mod will be in when you export. Now, I'm going to add an asset bundle to this group. In this case, I'm going to add Goober and Male 5. Now, I'm going to rename the output folder to something more identifiable. Now that your mod is ready for export, if you open the Asset Bundle Builder and you see that your group is not there, it's because you forgot to rename it. As you can see, the group I just made is still called Master Chief. Rename for clarity. Now, if you go back to the Asset Bundle Builder, you will see that the name of the Asset Bundle group has changed. That is your mod. Now click both check marks on either side of your bundle group and build. With the building complete, you should now see a new folder with the mod name that you chose. If you go inside there, you can see that we have asset bundles for Goober, Male 5, and Master Chief, which are the 3 that we chose to group together. Now, you gotta use my template and copy some JSON files over so that you can modify them for these new characters. Now, duplicate the voice profile JSONs so that you can modify them for the new characters. You also need the manifest and the creature human male JSON. As an example, I'm going to rename Male 2 to Goober, and I'm going to completely convert this to our new mod. What you're seeing right now is Microsoft's Visual Studio Code. I would highly recommend that you get this because it makes this process so much easier. Now we've changed the JSON and renamed it for our character, but the mod name is still improper. If that's wrong, then the mod will not load. Now, remember when I said it had to match the addressables in Unity? We're going to go back there and take a look. Now you either have to change the name in the JSON or change the addressables in Unity to match the JSON. But, like I showed you earlier in the video, the addressables simply reference the folders where the audio containers are found. So if you make changes to the addressables, you have to also make them to the folders. There is no reason to rename the addressables in the folders, so I will just rename the JSON. Now just repeat this process for every single character. In this case, I would do exactly the same thing to Male 3 and Male 4 and change it to Master Chief and Male 5. Now, we must edit the manifest. A short explanation of what these are is the name of the mod as it appears in the F8 console whenever the mod first loads. So you can use this to identify and find it and possibly find errors. The description works in tandem with the name to further elaborate on what the mod is. This is only really important if you upload the mod. Same goes for the author. Mod version is also more of a documentation thing, not really that important. And if you've ever been able to fix a mod by changing the game version, you probably won't need to do that from now on because of the 1.0 release. So don't change this. And once you have edited the manifest to your satisfaction, we now must move on to the creature human male JSON file. I'm just going to skim over this because I fully covered this in my other video. But if you want to know how to use this JSON file to tweak spawn rates, go watch that video. It's pretty neat. Basically, just make sure that you have each of your characters' names in this file, as shown here. Also, a quick note, if you're wondering why I haven't mentioned the female side of the voices yet, it's because I'm sexist. Alright, moving on. I'm just kidding. It works exactly the same way. It's just that all the male is replaced with female, and it has its own JSON file where you would have to put your female characters. But that's about it. And if you're confused, I have a whole template. Just copy as much as you want. Alright, so now here comes the fun part. Making a brand new voice profile by duplicating an existing one. Everything's going to be pretty much the same, so you're going to follow all the naming conventions and things I just showed you, except you're just going to duplicate an existing profile in Unity and do all the same stuff. And I will show you a very quick, sped up version of doing that so that you can see an overview of everything you need to do. And then you should be equipped to make all your own voice mods using my template. And you would technically also have all the information that you need to start from scratch if you really wanted to. Alright, now here is rapid fire voice mod creation.
I can hear my heartbeat in my ears.
And with that, you should have all the information you need to make as many voice packs as you want. If you're still confused about something, or if you think I missed something, go ahead and leave a comment below. There's going to be a pinned comment with all of the information that I may have missed, or general notes about things that needed to be elaborated on. Okay then. Bye!
Chow! Ain't no way I'm walking this one off. You're fast. Let's see if you're faster than my stick.